All right, nerds, strap in. We've got rough waters ahead. This is the rumor mill. Things are about to get turbulent. This is the rumor mill section that comes from the larger episode over on the main channel at Generally Nerdy on YouTube, or just Generally Nerdy on Rumble. You can go check it out there. This is just the rumors, all of the rumors and nothing but the rumors. None of this is substantiated just yet. Otherwise, it would be news and not rumors. So without further ado, let's get into this crazy, crazy rumor mill. And that brings us to the rumor mill. In the rumor mill, Batman 2, Blade, Gattaca, things. Let's talk about them, shall we? So first up is the second biggest. We're gonna save the biggest one for the end. But the second biggest is Batman 2. We have rumor that Paul Dano and Colin Farrell are both going to be reprising their roles from the first movie as the Penguin and the Riddler and Penguin respectively. This one comes from a pretty weak source. I'm gonna put this right at about 50% because we know that Colin Farrell is returning to the character of the Penguin because he's doing the Penguin series. So it would be a minor inclusion. It would be a minor ask to include him also in the Batman 2, but the Paul Dano piece is kind of why this one doesn't really get much over halfway there, because I don't know, that just seems like a taller order, if you will. Next, we're talking about Blade. It is being reported that now the issues with the script have axed Kit Harrington from the movie. Kit Harrington's Black Knight, I believe, is who he's playing. Dane Whitman has been cut from the movie in spite of being set up in the end of the Eternals. Honestly, so far, we have everything that has been reported on Blade has effectively come to fruition. There's no way to confirm that Mahershala Ali being the reason why the script wasn't good enough is 100% the thing, but we know that the script wasn't good enough because they pushed production back by a lot. So it's you know, it's kind of six one way, half a dozen the other. It's very likely that that's the situation, especially because so many insiders are reporting the exact same thing. So because this one does come from a couple of pretty good sources, we're putting this one right up to about 70% likely that we will not actually be seeing Kit Harrington in the Blade movie. Moving on, next we have a Gattaca rumor. So series in the works for Showtime set a generation after the film. Gattaca was a fantastic science fiction movie, a almost cyberpunk-y delivery of a science fiction story, in that the time frame would have been similar to a cyberpunk story, though very low on the cyberpunk elements. Still a good quality movie. Setting it a generation later means you don't have to use any of the original actors, which is a little silly that you would do that, because kind of was like pivotal on who was in it, but you know, whatever. Yeah, likelihood that we're getting a series on Showtime. This, not a great source, just seems kind of out of the blue. I don't think Gattaca is really doing great numbers in streaming. I've watched it probably twice since it hit streaming, but I'm also kind of a unique case when it comes to stuff like that. So I just don't see it. We're going to put this a little bit less than halfway. We're going to say about 40% likely that Gattaca will be getting a series on Showtime. Next, we're talking about Mephisto. This is the big one. Mephisto. The Disney Plus special is reportedly filming currently. This is the new practice for Disney Plus going forward, is reportedly going to be that they're going to be filming multiple projects at the same time, especially if those projects are related in any way. So because they are currently in production on Agatha, I think that's kind of assumed, the Mephisto thing is being filmed at the same time. It is going to be a Disney Plus special event, much like the Werewolf by Midnight situation was. Sacha Baron Cohen is going to be coming in as Mephisto, which is a whole slew of potential issues in and of itself. I think this is smart on Disney's part, if this is to be believed, if this is actually the way that they're going with their productions from now on. So we're going to put this one a little bit over halfway there because it makes sense. Not the greatest source, but it makes sense. We're going to say about 60% likelihood that they are actually in production right now on Mephisto. Once again, nerds, that was a short section that comes from a longer video on the main channel, Generally Nerdy, YouTube or Rumble. Take your pick. I'm on both. You can go find it there. You can go find all of the other news there as well, including the live episode. We do a live episode roughly once a week, every Friday evening. You can join the conversation live, or you can just leave comments here on this one or any of the other ones you find on the Clips channel. Thank you very much, nerds. We've got other news to discuss in other videos, but while we're getting out of here, don't forget that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.